Good morning, friends. I hope everybody is doing well. Well, hasn't this been an interesting Sora 2-week? So I wanted to jump on. I want to get back to doing some lives again. I haven't done them in a couple of years, like seriously, like consistent. But here's where we're at with Sora 2. So AI can't get away from it. So here's the deal. I'm a midlife realtor. If you don't know, I love technology. I love social media. I love embracing all things new for my business. So I'm a firm believer that no matter what your age, you have got to continue learning. And so with Sora 2, let's talk about this. So what's the biggest complaint that realtors have? I don't want to be in video. I don't like how I look. I don't like how I sound. Okay, fine. Now you can't say you don't have something. So Sora 2 came out, right? By the way, I have a couple of codes that I will give away, but I'm only giving them away to people who are actually going to use the app. If you're just screwing around and you forget it. You know me. I say how I feel. So here's the deal with Sora 2, and this is my 2 cents. Now, as someone who focuses in my business on probate and inherited properties and seniors who are moving, those are my 2 main listing funnels. I teach and train agents how to add probate listings to their business, how to leverage these platforms to amplify and become visible no matter where you are in your chapter of life. But I love the fact that Sora, you don't need to really be doing the video. You can video yourself so that it can take it and use it as a cameo for other videos. This is kind of like the Hey Gen thing, but it's 10 seconds long. And you can only do 30 10-second videos in 24 hours. Ask me how I know that, because when I started playing around with it, they kind of told me I had to wait till the next day because I was playing around with it. That's how you learn this stuff. So let's talk about 5 things that you can do with Sora. First of all, you can generate dream walkthrough flyover teasers. So for example, you can put a prompt in. It's no different than ChatGPT because it is part of ChatGPT. You have to know how to prompt it properly. So I started playing around with the prompts, and the prompt that I did, I used my dogs. And so I have a couple cool 10-second AI videos of Brody and one of Benny flying over Boca Raton, talking about Boca. So you can do a short cinematic clip, like a drone swooping over a property at sunset or inside of a staged living room, mood lighting, over the beach, whatever. It's essentially, you're putting a text in and then it creates the video. Okay, so that's number 1. Number 2, you can create before and after renovation visualizations just as inspiration, which I kind of think is a cool idea. If you are putting content out there and you want to put content out there, especially with me, I work with these properties that a lot of times there's deferred maintenance, they haven't been updated, just things like that. At the end of the day, right? At the end of the day, you can put videos out that show before and after that would maybe create buyers for properties that you might have. So I like that. So you can use that in listing presentations to help buyers and sellers visualize, well, the reason the property is this is because you might need to do this. Just some thoughts, creating before and after. I like the fact that you can produce personalized branding clips and agent intros, right? So that's where you have the cameo piece, and you can insert yourself into short AI scenes like walking through a door with your name, welcome to your next home, having a sign on the yard. I started playing around, especially with my probate, to talk about, for example, the prompt I used was show a will with a hand on it, then show a house and a probate listing. That was it. I think you have to keep the texting down to about 20 words. That's another tip for you. And it created a few different little videos for me. And those are perfect videos. I don't have to be in every damn video I do talking about real estate. So I like that. So you could do some personalized branding clips. I just did a fun one. I'm with Real Broker, and we have our annual conference coming up, and it's in Florida, so the backdrop and everything's all flamingos. So I have one that I'm going to drop in my stories, and it has me riding a flamingo saying, I'm heading to Rise. I mean, that's kind of fun. But that's a great way because I like to network with people. So that's a way for people to kind of see I'm kind of fun and funny. Let's see, what else? Amplify your social media. Because Sora 2 can generate short videos and audio clips, you can pump out more content faster. I like that. Especially for Instagram. You could do little 10-second clips for Instagram Reels, TikTok, Facebook, for constant engagement. So I kind of like that. And then interactive storytelling for neighborhood or lifestyle marketing. So beyond the house, you can use Sora 2 to create micro videos that show a morning coffee on the balcony. So Boca right there. People on their bikes, dinner on the patio. Just remember, y'all, fair housing, rules and laws still come into play. So I like that. So, you know, the caveats and best practices are the videos are short. They are AI. There's going to be watermarking from Sora on your stuff anyway, so that's fine. Yes, you can, there's some celebrity kind of things out there that you can play around with if that's your jam. It's not really mine. But I like this as a supplement to the content that we're creating right now. And my big thing is, you know, I just started a group at Real, but it's open to all agents. And twice a month for sure, we're doing what I'm calling a prime midlife agent mastermind. So if you're midlife, especially 50 plus, 60 plus, 70 plus, you're in real estate, and you are feeling a little not part of the game, or you're feeling invisible or whatnot, come join, send me a DM or comment on this video. Come join our masterminds. We would love to have you. You don't have to be with Real. It's just, I've been wanting to do this for quite some time, and Real Broker gave me the platform to do it in our community, which is great, but I'm running the Zooms and all that kind of stuff. So, and if by chance, you are part of Real and you are going to the Rise conference, I am going to be doing a prime midlife meetup at the conference. So, who here, comment for me, is using Sora 2 right now? I see some of my friends on here, and if you are, drop a heart. If you aren't, why are you not? Is it because you don't have access to? Let me know. I'm just curious. I think there's a lot of issues with Sora 2 because I think it's so broad right now on using celebrities and things like that. But we shall see. I have a lot of friends that are using HeyGen and doing the community Instagram, being the news person on their Instagram. And you can see on Boca. Look, I've been doing that on Boca forever. Now it's gamified, which I kind of like. It's gamified so that you can create more content and schedule it and whatnot. Because the biggest challenge that realtors have, and let's face it, business owners, because I see a friend of ours has just jumped on, Captain at the Lisa B, Captain Andy's on the Bellisari today. He has a charter. AI used in the right way, oh my God, it's a game changer. It's a time saver, and you can make money with it. So you guys know I like to monetize. I have my probate real estate boot camp. I have my Sam cart with all of my courses. I'll put my Stan store here. Check out, guys, what I have been doing. I have a new bundle called the Vault, the Real Estate Reinvention Vault, with 10 playbooks in it. Got to check it out. And I'm going to be doing something else next week about reinvention in real estate, kicking off for the new year. But going back to AI, this is where we can all use Sora 2, we can use AI. ChatGPT, I've been on since 2022. My kids got me on Snapchat in 2016. Some of my friends that you guys know, Dustin Brome, Chelsea Pites, I met them on Snapchat. We've all remained in touch and friends because, I think jumping into these apps, at least exploring them. If you decide not to use them, that's fine. But you have to explore these things because this is where business is going, no matter what your business is. So I have hashtag SoBoca. I can assure you, most of the businesses that I talk to have no clue what they're doing with social media. They have no clue what they're doing and how to promote themselves or even use AI. And who better than real estate agents to teach the small business in your community and to help them get visibility? Because the one thing I will say about realtors, and especially when you align yourself with groups, so those of you in Tom Ferry, those of us who are in Clubhouse, those of us at Real, we take the information and we don't gatekeep. Gatekeeping is shitty. I'm going to tell you that right now. And one of the reasons I left my previous brokerage was because there was so much gatekeeping. This is public information. Why not share it with each other and learn from each other? And that's one of the reasons Real has the 8-week program that any agents can come to, by the way. So if you want to still join it, you can. And just DM me for the link, though, that Jason Pantana is teaching all about AI. And Drew Thompson, my Ohio State pal, Drew Thompson, who's the director of education at Real. This is what we do. We like to share information. And you guys know I've always done this. I just haven't been going live for a while on Instagram. And I'm like, I got to get back to doing that and teaching stuff. I used to do all the Instagram audits. Well, here we are. And by the way, you still need to go on and fix your Instagram bios, people, so people know how to find you and they know what you're doing, and clean up all your links and all that jazz. I know Dustin's been doing some bios, and I see Tat Landano. She's doing it too, which is great because, you don't know what you don't know. So anyway, Sora 2, it's not going away. Jump on. If you need a code, let me know. If I have one, I will share it with you. But I want to hear how you're using it and to use it in business. I think it's fun to have fun with it, but honestly, stop screwing around and start making short AI videos about your business. So for example, I'm leaning over here. I'm up early because Andy had a charter this morning. I've got lists. Hold on. Lists and lists. So this is my SoBoca scoop list. What I'm going to be talking about. I'm probably going to be using AI for some of this today. I've got tons of videos that I just did for the Probate Real Estate Bootcamp and why y'all need to have a listing niche like probate, by the way. So make sure to reach out to me on that. And don't forget to go to my Stan store because I have some great things going on there. I've got the Real Estate Reinvention Vault with 10 playbooks. I have a 30-minute call that I will do with you if you're trying to figure out what niche to go into. If you're midlife and you're kind of floundering, not sure what's next, not sure how you can put yourself out there, especially if you're 50, 60 plus, because let's face it, Social Security is not going to pay for retirement, and most realtors, need to have something, especially at that chapter, where you are working smarter, not harder. Again, another great reason I joined Real is because we have multiple streams of income at Real that you can take advantage of, from the stock purchase program, stock gifting that they give us for hitting milestones, and also revenue share. So you can build a team, you can bring your team. If you are getting tired of running your brokerage, you can bring it over. Again, AI comes into play with all of this. Even our brokerage has AI with our Leo. So if I have a question, I need to find something out, I just ask Leo. So again, Sora 2 hit the streets this week. It's all we've been talking about. Sora 2, and playing around with it. Don't get left behind. And there are many other prompts that I can do. So for example, if I go to ChatGPT and I say, I want 5 more prompts for Sora 2, Just remember, they need to be short, less than 20 words. If you want to do a cameo, then do a cameo of yourself so that you've got that video of yourself. You can change your outfits. You can change your look. You can do multiple cameos. No different than, I think, Hey Jen. Here's 5 more for you. You could do a luxury listing teaser, cinematic flyover of a modern coastal home in your area. Okay. You could do a lifestyle scene, morning in paradise, for example. You could do a specific neighborhood highlight. What else? I'm trying to think what else you could do. And this is what I always say. If you have a specialty, like, for example, I met a realtor one time who had gone to the Culinary Institute of America. And I remember talking to him. This was before COVID. And I said, Are you talking about that in your content for real estate? He goes, no. I go, if that were me, because I'm the queen bee of real estate niches, as you know, like talk to me about your business and I will zero in on a niche for you. Okay. Obviously I like the life cycle niches because they tend to be more recession proof. And you can fill your pipeline. So probate, awesome one. Not as hard as you guys think, and I teach it. Working with seniors, again, I teach that too. Not as hard as you think. Divorce, silver tsunami, especially divorce, 50, 60-year-old couples, getting divorced. I'm seeing a lot of it now. I'm seeing it with my friends. But for example, maybe you're the pickleball queen of your community. Well, then, damn it, girl, you need to be talking about pickleball. Where are the new pickleball courts? What's the new pickleball outfit? What are the latest pickleball tournaments in your community? Like, if you're going to have a hobby, go all in on that hobby so that you can talk about it, because what will happen is you'll attract other people who play pickleball who need to buy and sell real estate. If you guys are on here right now, throw something at me. What's a hobby for you? Okay. Like I see my friend who's a fishing captain here, right? So if you love to fish, right, then position yourself as the go-to person in your community that can talk about fishing, right? So that your vibe attracts your tribe. Right? So you can talk about all things boating, fishing, locations, tournaments, conventions, conferences, all that kind of stuff. Best communities to have your boat. Best communities that have the quickest access to an inlet, for example, right? So these are the things that I talk about all day long. I love it. It's like in my DNA, right? My background, all niche, high-profile brands. Listerine, Lubriderm, Benadryl, Schick Razors, Menon. I worked for Menon for, some time. Worked for Warner Lambert for 10 years, got purchased by Pfizer. Then I segued into the pharmaceutical side. I know products, and we are selling a product. So if you position yourself as a niche, then you layer it with video and AI, you're good. And everybody, what keeps coming up to me is everybody talks about using AI. And what I'm hearing is it's saving me 10 hours a week in time. If I told you that I have automated leads coming to me for probate, would that knock your socks off if you could do something like that? Because I do. Every day in my inbox, I have leads coming to me. One, I know how to set up the prompt for them. And 2, I know what I'm looking for. And I teach that in my probate course. AI, baby, AI. Weekly newsletter. I have one that goes out usually Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. It depends, I have everything set up on AI. So I used to have to search for the weekend events around town. Now I get an email and it shows me all the weekend events. I copy, paste it, includes the links to their websites, bing, bang, boom, I'm done. The only thing I'm adjusting on my weekly newsletter that goes out is if I have a new listing, which I just got a new listing coming soon, in one of my niches. It's going to be a senior niche. And I like to do foodie videos. So when I'm dining out, I like to do foodie videos. So I change out, it's called WTH, what the heck did Michele eat this week? So anyways, I hope this is really helpful for you guys. But AI is not going away. Sora 2, use it as a business tool. Don't just play around with it, writing flamingos and whales and stuff. Use it for your business. Learn how to prompt it properly. And I think you'll be good to go. I hope this is helpful. If this has been helpful for you guys, drop a couple hearts down. Make sure to check out my Stan store for my latest offerings, my bundle that I have, 10 playbooks, and they're really good playbooks, by the way. I'm going to have to do a separate video on this. Actually, I probably will. But I have 2 playbooks in there, one for seniors, one for probate. I have one for AI. I have one for working with a VA. I have one on how to network, how to have your own networking event, how to get sponsors for your networking event. I have 100 plus niche content, like captions that you ready to use. You could take that, put that into ChatGPT. You could take all of that and pop it into Sora. Boom. And right now it's super low price, like I think $27. It could change, but for today it's $27. And then I have a couple of calls that you guys can do. If you want my probate course, I'll send you the link for that in particular because I'm going to have a coupon for that. All right, guys. Well, happy Friday and enjoy your weekend. Go get those listings. Get your listings now. Use social media, use AI to position yourself to fill your pipeline so you don't roll into January and you don't have any listings or business. Buyers are great. Love my buyers. I have a buyer right now that I'm working with, but I'm telling you, you want the listings. Okay. Love you guys. See ya.